Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our English podcast. The podcast broadcasts new stories, challenges, and motivation, which will help you to receive new ideas and advices. The main goal of the podcast is development and the growth in different spheres, and of course, improve our English. Yeah. Today, I want to just present to you my guest, Saida. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Thank you, Dinara, for inviting me for this podcast.
Yeah,
I support your initiative. And
thank
yes,
you.
let's
Thank
let's
you.
start.
Yeah, how are you? How are you?
I'm feeling good. Actually, we both came in black dresses, but it was like very occasional.
No.
So
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's interesting.
You look so beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. You too.
fashionable.
You
Yeah.
too. You
Thank
too.
you so
I
much.
like your earrings.
Yeah.
So we start with the compliments.
We are girls, and that is why okay. It's okay. It's
Yes.
normal. Okay, let's start from the introduction. Yeah, tell about yourself, your fields, or yeah, some information about.
Okay, my name is Saida. I'm from originally Shymkent. That is the south city
Sorry.
of Kazakhstan. So I moved to Astana when I just finished school. So I entered to the university to my bachelor degree. So I studied in the Eurasian National University. So ever since I lived here, but during my master I was studying in Budapest, and
Oh, nice,
I've
nice.
lived there so like 4 or 5 years. So
So cool.
yeah, but
So
now I'm here residing in
yeah.
Astana. What about you? Tell me about
Ah,
yourself too.
okay, short and short. By the way, I'm from Taras.
Really?
Yeah.
So South girls. South girls.
Yeah. And I nowadays, yeah. Okay, I moved to Astana 8 years ago. Yeah. And nowadays I work in an innovation company. Yeah. And what else? Yeah, before nobody asked me about me. And that's why I'm thinking what I can just say about myself. Yeah.
Yes, you
Uh,
should. You
yeah,
should.
and I travel a lot. Yeah, I love traveling, and as well as I love new people, yeah, new society. I want to all time just to speak with them, to know something new, yeah, from them, and that is why I'm everywhere. I'm trying to be everywhere. It's more like a hobby, yeah, and that's all.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah. Okay. Next question about your field. Where do you work and what do you do?
I work in Italian oil and gas company. Now it's called energy company. It's called Eni. So, but I work in a bit different field. Despite we focus, I mean, the main business of our company is oil and gas. I work for the development of renewables or green energy.
Oh.
So it is like a separate part or separate activity of our business. So I work in a commercial and negotiation department, and I support for the business development of green energy here.
Wow. So
Yes, in
serious.
Kazakhstan.
So serious.
Sorry.
It's so cool. Yeah. How long have you been worked there?
um, it's almost 3 years actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
currently you work there and.
Yeah, I'm currently work there. So once I got that job, I start immediately working for the renewables and still keep working. I like it. I don't know. Even sometimes when we have these very difficult days, I say
course.
myself that you put some, I don't know, maybe just a drop in the ocean, but you put some like uh, I don't know how to say the part to the development of Kazakhstan in green energy. So this is like a motivation in my very difficult days, but in normal days, I'm quite enjoying what I do.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
I've read some information about this company. Okay, it's the largest Italian oil and gas company actually. Yeah,
Yes.
and the company has a lot of branches around the world.
Yeah.
And I think it's a very prominent and popular company, yeah, around the world. And I heard that I've read about the company has some branches. The main production regions are Africa, Russian, and Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan. Yeah, yeah,
Wow,
that's true.
it's
That's
so
true.
cool.
Actually, Eni is has branches or has their activities in like I don't know 60 something countries, and the main production, like oil production country that ENI is operating, it is, as you said, Africa,
Yeah.
Russia, and Kazakhstan. And it also denoted that most of the oil that we produce here, petroleum, goes to Italy. So, yeah.
Uh,
But in any case, just to briefly explain the how to say the how to say how to explain how big this company is, just to show you. For instance, we have maybe you heard like big American oil and gas companies like Chevron,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
ExxonMobil, Shell, or
Wow.
like Total or British Petroleum. This is like a major oil and gas companies, and
Wow.
Eni is among them as well. So it is one of the biggest one in the world. So, and operating in different countries. Yeah. So
Wow.
it's indeed international company. Even if I call it Italian because it is based,
Yes.
the headquarters in Italy, it is international company. Yes.
Oh wow, wow, so nice, so nice. And I want to ask, yeah, how is yeah difficult to get this job from this company?
Uh, Actually, it's interesting because I had like 5 rounds of interviews.
Oh,
It
okay,
was, for me, it was one of the challenging interview process
okay,
in my life,
okay.
because I had, before I had like three or like no yeah three works already, work experience, and there I had like maximum two
Uh-huh.
stages of interview,
Yeah, yeah.
but here I had five. So
Wow.
they really checked me from the all angles.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, really, from the different angles. The first interview was like just to know myself, to know my experience. The second interview, I remember it was with my senior manager. The third interview is my managing director, and the
Ah,
first interview was with HR department. And along this process, they also were sending me some tasks. So I needed to do some
wow.
reports, like for I don't know, I did the report of energy report for 5 6 pages. So it was like a
Wow.
diploma thesis. And on the first interview, I was like thinking, do I really want to work in such company? So many tasks. So
So hard. It's so
yeah, it was
complicated.
difficult, difficult. But yeah, finally
Yeah,
I got
you're
this.
gonna say that it's very hard, yeah, to get this job, but and do company have some criteria or standards, yeah?
Um, yes, I mean they have like when they search for a candidate, they of course have some skills and professional and soft skills that they need for this role. And what I would tell you about how they detect the proper candidate is the experience, mostly international education.
Oh.
And what I noticed, for instance, if the person is studied here without like international diploma, usually they take people from consulting companies, international consulting companies like KPMG, Ernst and Young. They consider
Oh,
young
wow.
people from these companies, and of course engineers, a lot of engineers, but basically they come from Tingis Chevroil, who had the very basic experience there and they want to go somewhere else.
What about the languages? Italian, for example, it's an Italian company, and they have the company some requests yet to know the Italian, for example.
No,
Only English.
only English is sufficient, but if you know Italian, it's a big plus for you because you will have an opportunity for rotation, and you will have a chance to go somewhere else, and even to Italy. So going for work for ENI in Italy, it's sort of upgrade or like
Wow,
career
wow,
growth. Yeah.
nice.
So if you actually know Italian, it's a plus.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm now learning Italian.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. How is it? It's hard?
No, it's not that hard. It just require lots of practice,
Yeah.
but it is bearable.
Oh,
It's
okay.
bearable.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. How do you think? Yeah, nowadays you work with the international colleagues. Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
and you usually speak in
Every
English.
day, yes, I speak English.
So cool. I love it. And how do you think? Okay, the first question: how is it works with the foreigners? Yeah.
I love it because before my career started in Budapest, and I started to work in international environment from the very beginning. So I
Ah.
never known a, like a case where all the people are from the same nation. So I never worked in Kazakhstan. I started my career there. So it was
Oh.
like normal for me to work in that environment where people are from different parts of the world and you share your culture, you
Okay. Yes.
communicate and so on. So for me it was something that I wanted from childhood. I wanted to work in this
Ah, really?
international environment. So I think that's why I somehow found a path to work in such
Wow.
companies. Yeah, so I really enjoy because we are different. It's interesting to know what is going in their country, and when you are working when you work in an international company, they set international standards. So they respect like diversity and inclusion. So
Mm.
they like very minimum level of harassment and
Yeah,
so on.
yeah,
So
yeah.
they do really respect employees
Wow.
and high standards of ethics. Of course, there are some cases that can happen at work, which are not that um, pleasant, I would say. But in any case, all the standards are supported and respected. So this is what I really value working in international companies, and I really want people who live in Kazakhstan also emerge and develop these standards in the national companies or in the government sector. I think it's something that
Wow.
we can have.
Yeah, yeah, of
Yeah.
course. And you said that before you didn't have some experience in local company. Yeah, I just wanted to ask some comparison, yeah, between the local and the international companies, but you cannot answer this question.
Myself, I never experienced, but of course, I have friend of mine who
Yeah,
works
yeah.
in these local companies, and from their words, I understand how hard it's working in local companies because they really cross all the limits, all
Yeah.
the boundaries, and it's hard to work in such environments. So that's why I really understand that people, and I really want like here in Kazakhstan, we also develop such standards. It will we can grow better talents
Yeah.
within such environments,
Yeah, I
not
think
to
so.
punish them. So
Yeah.
that's why I understand. I haven't experienced that, thanks God, but I understand what can happen.
Yeah, before when I worked in Irastana, it was so long time ago. Yeah, 3 years ago, I worked there, and during the work period, this company Irastana was based established, yeah, together with fund national fund Kazna
Kazna,
and
yes.
yeah, the British
British
company.
company.
Yeah, nowadays the president is Peter Foster. Yeah, and he's from UK.
Okay.
Yeah, and that the team, yeah, which and of course I can't say about my own department where I worked, yeah, and we worked with our colleagues and with the service, how just promote ourselves, just improve in the service, yeah, and as well as we had a lot of trainings with the CRM, like and all time they try to get some qualification, yeah, just to grow, and that is why I know the attempt some methods and the structure of the companies, it's like unusual. I mean, this when I quit the company and after I started working in other companies, I just had a great experience, yeah,
Yeah.
and to just communicate with the people, yeah, and to find the common interest and to understand, and it's the psychological with the psychological way, and you try to find the own language, the common language with the people, and that is why I know that the little bit we have, yes, some differ, yeah, from the international companies.
Yeah, yeah. But fingers crossed, it will change. I hope so
Yeah.
because I see the generation is developing, and nowadays, young generation they like don't want such attitude
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
themselves. So that's
Yeah.
why it's like older generation, but they will be
Now,
kicked
yeah.
off very soon. So yeah, yeah, yeah. And I hope, yeah, better times coming. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I hope so. I hope so.
yeah.
So nice, so cool, yeah. And let's talk about your leisure time, yeah. And what kind of the activities you do, or yeah, what you love to do. Yeah.
Well, I really fond of doing horse riding. This is my passion.
Ah, yeah. I watched in the Instagram. Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah, probably everyone who is my friend in Instagram they know because all the time I post this horse riding. Like I never work in ENA. I was all the time horse riding.
Wow.
No, it's really
It's
it's like my passion. It's
unusual.
my hobby. It's my meditation. It's my sport. It's all together. So whenever I'm in this horse club, I enjoy. So all my minds go somewhere else, and I just at the moment.
Wow.
Yeah, this is
Wow.
what I like. I like horse riding, and yeah. Apart from the horse riding, I do is like every people some sport activities. I'm
Okay.
not that a fitness person
Oh,
because
okay.
I really get bored with this doing the same action. For me, I need the element of game.
Okay.
So, for instance, like I had the classes of big tennis. What I
Okay.
liked, it's like this sort of a competition. You play,
Ah, yeah,
you
yeah,
want
yeah.
to get some score, and it's like you feel that like a childhood feeling, like
Ah,
playing. So
yeah.
that's why I like that
Cheering,
sport. Yeah,
yeah.
or swimming because water is really stress taking. So I like. So I prefer the sport that brings me some enjoyment, not like feeling that I want a crazy, beautiful body. Just
Muscles,
yeah,
yeah.
muscles. I just do it for myself, for my soul, for my body, and if
Helps.
my soul is feeling good, then my body as well. So that's
Yeah,
why
of course,
I
I agree
prefer this
totally.
type of sports and yoga as well. But yoga, it's like as I told you, it's a little more like breathing, something that becomes part of my life. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
whenever I have some time, I do some yoga. It's like something that I do.
You know that firstly I'm scared. I'm scared touching the horse.
Ah, really?
Yeah, first, but I tried before, and I was so scared. Yeah, on the when I just try control him. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I didn't trust him. Yeah, because and I didn't feel some kind of connection with him, and that is why I was so I had a very strange feelings that time, and that is why I avoided. Yeah,
Yeah.
but okay, I want to try again, but later. Okay, when I feel myself more confident. Yeah.
No, no, no. But it's fine. I mean, it's not like everyone should
Should, yeah.
do horse riding.
Or
No.
have to, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just your feeling. Someone is doing like ballet.
Yeah.
Someone is doing horse riding. Someone is crazy and jumping from
Yeah,
the
yeah.
I mean, with a parachute. It's just what people prefer, and it's fine if you're afraid. And it's actually it's quite dangerous sport.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I actually myself like several times fell down. So
Really?
yeah, yeah, it was like not that pleasant. It's really how to say you're afraid of it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
but
Oh, okay. And before I played a big tennis too.
oh really?
Only 3 months. It's far
It's
from my.
already good,
Yeah.
good skills. You already got the good skills, I guess.
Really, but I thought firstly I should just visit these classes approximately 6 months, and then when I will be more confident to play with someone in the in the rental park, for example, uh, at the top. And after that, after 3 months, this location so far from my location, yeah, from my home, and that is why it was so hard just to reach this place, and that is why I changed my mind then, yeah. But nowadays, before, okay, last 2 months. 2 months ago, I tried to play, and okay, I have this knowledge. I have this, the skills how to play the big tennis, and maybe it's a cool idea.
I know who will be my partner to
Ah,
play big tennis.
why not? Yeah, let's try it. Yeah, let's.
But you can now play yourself without the
Yes, yeah,
training, right?
yeah.
Okay. I need first to like make my skills even better, and then maybe I.
Maybe we should try. Okay, once, yeah, to just to know how we
We can,
how and
we can
to
try.
just define some kind of
What is the level?
yes,
Yes.
yeah. And
Good,
then
good.
maybe I should have some extra classes, yeah, to play the big tennis
To improve,
and,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
of course. And that is why I think we can try it. Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's podcast already. Useful.
Yeah. And then about the meditation, I do meditation too. And let's talk about the meditation. Why
Yeah.
do you just try to meditate?
I meditate because sometimes, my work sometimes can be very stressful, and to avoid this negative thoughts and this stress feeling, I try to meditate. I actually very bad in it or at it, but I downloaded a very useful app which direct you how to meditate. So
Okay.
they speak and you follow their directions and you meditate. I'm
Okay.
really far from meditating myself. It's really difficult for me because when I meditate myself, my thoughts are starting to, dazzling,
Confuse you, just
mixing and so on. But when I hear and follow their direction, like my mind
yeah.
has a task to listen. So that's why
Ah.
for me it's more easier.
Yeah, like you have a goal, yeah,
Yeah.
and you should just reach it, and
Yeah, without this it's like a chaotic in my mind.
okay,
So
okay.
that's why. What about your
Yeah, me too,
meditation?
me too. But I don't use some kind of sounds. Yeah, I try to meditate by myself with the silence, in the silence, and it takes about I think 5 minutes only. But
Yeah.
it's enough, more than enough, I mean, this it's the first time. Okay, the first week I will meditate 5 minutes, and then it's gonna be grow, yeah. And that is why it's the reason, yeah, why I just start to meditate. It's I have a lot of thoughts, yeah, in my mind, ideas, and I'm trying to. I think about the past. I think about the right now, present time. I think about the future and all the mess, yeah, that's happened in my mind. And I'm driving, but thinking about that things. I'm driving. Okay, I'm drinking coffee, but I'm not at the moment, and that is why I just. I worried about that. Yeah, why I try to think about my future, my goals, my plans. I have to do this one, and I should do these steps, and all time trying to push myself to the future. Yeah, but not in the real moment.
Yeah.
And that is why I decided that maybe I should just try to control it. Yeah, first time maybe some period you should control it, and then to live at the present time. And then right now, last week, okay, last week I do it approximately, okay, 10 days, yeah. And but last week I had a very productive week for me, yeah. I thought about that thing. For example, I have a plan for my evening, yeah, but I'm right now. Yeah, we are talking, for example, and do our podcast and drinking our coffee. But I just try to be here and I control it and control it. And then we go out, for example, from this coffee, and I check my schedule, yeah, my desk, and try to follow my rules, yeah, my plan, and go. And in the evening, I visit my master class, for example, in acting, and I am, and you know that it is. Very cool when you are in that moment. You get more. You got energy. You got
Yeah.
emotions, feelings, and a lot of thoughts, ideas, and it's a very with the quality. You spend your time with the quality, and that is why I think it's a very cool. Yeah,
Yeah, it's very cool.
it's great tool, I think.
I understand you like to 100% because I also watched one podcast with Arman and head of like owner of Lulu. I forgot her
Ah, yeah,
name,
yeah, yeah.
and they actually spoke about this being at the moment, and they said that like interesting information that most of the people 97% are either in the past or in the future,
Ah,
only 3% in the present.
yeah, yeah.
And they say it is important to develop and increase this percentage of being at present. So
Yeah, yeah.
whenever you are like, we are now sitting at podcast, right? We are now at the
Yeah,
moment
yeah.
because we speak, we share information and so on. So even if I take this, I don't know, cocktail, I
You are in at the present.
drinking and just
Feel.
try to feel.
Yeah, yeah,
What
yeah,
do
yeah,
you
yeah.
feel? What, I
Yeah.
don't know. It's very sweet.
Sweet. Oh,
Sweet.
yeah.
Yeah. What I wanted just to say is that we need to increase that percentage of
Yeah.
being at the present. So whenever you, if you are going now to your, I don't know, other meetings,
Yes.
as per your schedule, try to be, I don't know, concentrating on some, I don't know, feelings and sounds and how do you feel. I don't know. It's what I'm saying now. It's what I heard from them
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
watching
Yeah.
their podcast. So I also trying to teach myself
Yeah.
this,
Of
or
course. Of course.
to to learn this
Yeah.
myself. Yeah,
So cool. So cool. I love it. I love
yeah,
it. Yeah.
interesting.
Wow. Yeah. It's a very interesting, meditation and each, for example, yeah, some popular world successful persons, yeah, the businessmen, and a lot of people do meditation even, yeah, and I think, yeah, when you just try to control your thoughts, yeah, your thoughts, you can just give some kind of the order, and you put your thoughts, yeah, on that own place, and you can just control everything what happens around you, and that is
Yeah.
why I think a lot of people try to just meditate.
Yeah,
uh,
I absolutely agree with you that
Good,
meditation
good.
it's actually also teaches you to control your thoughts.
Yeah, cool, cool. And what about, okay, yeah, I want to ask another question. Yeah, okay. Do you like read?
Like what?
Read.
Read? Yes, I like it. Yeah, I like very much.
Yeah.
Probably you too.
Yes, yes, of course. But I want to ask nowadays, what kind of the book you try to read, and in which language?
Language. Well, to be honest, I read in Russian. I used to read in English when I was learning English.
Yeah.
And I also was watching movies and so on. But nowadays, I just read for my soul, and I read it in Russian because you can find books in Russian more like easily. It's more practical. So yeah, I like to read in Russian, and I prefer to read fiction books.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
fiction books because I don't know. It's nowadays it's more popular to read to non-fiction, science book or psychology
Yeah.
books, business books. It's great, but I prefer to read fiction books like classic books or contemporary
Yeah.
fiction, so that to understand or having empathy to the heroes from the books, I learned life, or like,
Oh,
not like learn, but I can understand like better people, better feelings, and I read, I don't know, like a psychology book. Myself, I prefer to read
wow,
the fiction
wow.
books. Yeah,
And can
I
you,
enjoy.
yeah, the name of these fiction books? Okay, which, how, what? Okay, give me three top the best books. Yeah, which you just give some
Five.
advice. Yeah.
Um,
Okay, three or five, if,
yeah.
as you wish.
Well, um, friend of mine know that
Mhm.
my favorite book so far, and nobody beat that book
Okay.
yet. It is Victor Hugo's book, Les Miserables. I don't know if I say
Oh,
correctly in
uh-huh,
English.
uh-huh.
So it's quite a difficult book. I mean, in terms of it's more, it's quite a sophisticated book
Uh-huh.
about the French Revolution time, but I really like the history of about that part and the uh, heroes pass, you know, how they overcome some difficulties in their life. And yeah, I like that book a lot. And also I like another author, is Somerset Maugham. He's the writer of, I don't know, beginning of 20s. He was a former, how you call that people, like a former spy, you know, government spy, like a
Mm-hmm.
James Bond, or sort of.
Mm-hmm.
And then he started to write a book. So I don't
Wow.
know, but I like his books. And many other books actually. There is no like a special three books. Some of the books I really like a lot. Like for instance, from contemporary writer, I like Christine Hanna.
Mm.
It's Four Wings, about story about the Great Depression in the USA, and
Oh.
that, for instance, that book taught me how to value food. You know, there was so much in starvation, and each page was describing how they were starving for food. And whenever I was reading, I was like, thanks God we live in that world where you can easily buy food and eat,
Oh.
drink, and yeah, such kind of stories where you understand or appreciate whatever you have now.
Wow.
So very, very interesting book. So there are many really books that I like. I cannot like tell you that this book is my favorite and it's my top three. It's all the time changes upon I grow. You know, for instance, when I was
Yeah.
18 years old, I loved Jane Eyre.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
but then books changing how I change as well.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Good, good.
yeah. And what
Before,
about your?
yeah, before my friend Irkiblan, you know him, he just gives some advice about the book. He said that atomic habits. Have you
Mm,
heard?
I
Yeah,
heard
this book.
about that. Yeah, yeah,
He just yeah he said that we for me yeah it's improve your habits and as well as to just maybe improve your skills, other skills, and that is why I didn't buy it, but yeah, I'm going to buy this book, and I just should yeah read this book, I think.
actually, I heard that this book better to buy in English because the
In,
language is quite easy and
really?
easy
Oh,
understandable. So
okay,
yeah, so if you
okay.
decide, try
But
to buy
before
it in English.
before I love Homo sapiens. Have you read?
Mm,
Yeah, have you read?
Yuval Harari.
Oh yeah, I love it. And three parts of the book I've read it, and yeah, you just starting from the past, and yeah, uh, expecting future, yeah, and yeah, you can just yeah to know you know how can I say, yeah, you can just explore some kind of the stories in this book, yeah, even
Yeah,
if you miss somewhere, okay, in the
yeah,
school pastime. And that is why I twice read two parts, and the third I cannot find in my home library. And then I decided just to take this book in English version. And when I borrowed this book from the library, and that is why yeah I have limited time, but it's a very big
Very big,
very very big
yes. But
book.
like this.
Yeah, I was so scared. That's how how much time I should spend to read this book. And when I start, it's not so difficult. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's understandable. Okay, I can okay, I allowed myself. Yeah, you can miss some kind of the word to understand the whole. Yeah, the main goal is that the understand the whole sentences. Don't worry. Okay, they miss some words. Okay,
Yeah.
because when you try to read and you don't know this word and you try just to translate it, and all time you interrupt yourself, yeah, in your thoughts too. And that is why, and I even didn't finish it, of course, but I just want to advise the our followers, and but you already read, yeah, to read this book.
Okay, actually, I also recommend to read it. It's actually was like a top charting book for a very long
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
So, and even the very famous and successful people like I don't know Bill Gates,
Yeah,
Mark
yeah,
Zuckerberg, they
yeah.
all read these books and they, I don't know, this book it's more science book I would say. It's a lot of justifications and evidences.
Yes,
So
yes. And
it's
I,
interesting.
I'm going to finish one book. It's I don't know how I can just translate it in English. 100 years in alone, like
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
Uh, this book a little bit unusual, yeah.
Gabriel Garcia,
Yes,
yes,
yes. But
Garcia.
I cannot remember the name of the authors all time, and I remember only the name of the book. Yeah, and I'm going to finish it, and I like it so much. They try to mix everything, but the thoughts, the thoughts, it's. Like a proper, I mean this, you can just understand it, the main idea of this book, but it's so with the one name, okay, that is five names, it's trying to repeat again, they just give the our own name for their children, and that is why you can just a little bit mix
Ah,
there,
okay,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
got it.
It can be
And
confusing.
yes, yes, and that is why, yeah, I like this book too, and I have a top, for example, top 10 books worth some 20, even, yeah, all time it's, yeah, growing. And that is why this book in my list too. And if you want, of course, yeah, you can read this book
Yeah,
too.
actually, I haven't read this book. Maybe yeah, I should try
Yeah.
this Gabriel
Yeah,
Garcia Marquez.
it's, yeah. Okay, then give me feedback, please. We can just discuss about this
No,
book. Eh?
actually, I started to read another book of his. Is The Love During Cholera.
Uh-huh, uh-huh,
It's called something like
uh-huh.
this, but I haven't finished it yet. But yeah, he's from like Argentinian or Brazilian
Yeah,
author. I don't know, somewhere from the Latin America,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It's about the Mexico, like,
Something. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I remember he's somewhere from Latin America.
Okay.
I like it. Oh my god,
What is
it's
it?
nice. Here, the flowers.
The
Yeah,
flowers. The color is my favorite.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
orange, and
Orange.
yeah, I love this. It's so bright and so shiny, like I
Yeah.
like it. Thank you. And I just want to maybe, yeah, create some kind of the challenge for us, yeah, just to choose one book, for example, and to read this book during the some periods, and just try to discuss it. If you want, we can just do it like a podcast and discuss about this book.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good idea, yeah. And why we should just try to, yeah, find something new, yeah, we can just give take one kind of the interesting book and give the some advantages and disadvantages of the book,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. To discuss it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or one or two, for example, during the months, yeah, I'm going to go out, abroad, and that is why I have 1 month, and we can choose for this period, yeah, to read and then to meet again, and then do,
Interesting idea. Yes.
yeah,
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 think about that, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, last question, last and the main question, yeah. uh, Tell us about your life motto.
Life
What, yeah,
motto.
what motto just try, just all time motivates you to push forward, to do something, realize something?
There are just two
Wow.
mottos.
Okay.
One motto it's all the time with me because this is a motto from my mom. and this is words of the great Abai. I tell it in Kazakh. Zamanın tulkubasa tazı bop onu ku.
Ah.
So, which means if your time is like a fox, be a this hunting dog to catch it.
Ah,
So
nice.
I like this wording because it's all the time saying me like to adapt, to be flexible, to
Yeah.
be on time or in time.
Okay,
So it's
good.
like it can have many meanings with this word, so with this wording. So that's why I like that a lot, and all the time my mom is also using this word.
Wow, so
So
nice.
it's precious to me.
Yeah.
And another motto, I think it's I just randomly saw it on internet. I don't know who wrote this,
Okay.
but I think it's very wise words. It says life is not. Sorry, let me just correctly remember these wordings.
Okay. Take your time. Don't worry.
Wait, how it because now I'm mixing just two wordings. Wait a second. It's I don't tell you now
You
the
can.
exact words. It says like life is not about um, finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself.
Ah,
So
yeah,
I like this
good.
because we all the time say that you need to find your path, you need to find
Yeah.
your like it's very popular now to find your business or your niche or
Yeah.
everything, but it's not about finding, it's about creating yourself.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
once you improve yourself, once you create yourself, you will get to the point you want. Of course you need to put the goal, but for me it's more,
Wow.
yeah, creating yourself.
So cool.
Yeah.
Amazing.
What about your motas?
I don't have right now the main. Yeah, I have. I love a lot of motivators, wider people. Yeah, trying to just to give you a lot of the good words and the main of the all of these mottos is the one right now. It's making mistakes. Like uh, making mistakes. Just a second. Uh-huh. The mistakes, like mistakes leads to you to the great changes, yeah, and to success. Like it's the I don't know the how this phrase yeah in English, because I know in Russian. That is why the I love mistakes nowadays. Yeah, I try to turn mistakes with the big plus, with the big benefits, because all this process, yeah, when I just make mistakes, I learn myself. Yeah, I teach myself, and I try to find best way how to just handle with it and manage these situations. And when I sometimes ashamed of me, and I try to find that mistakes what I just I miss, yeah. And all time I that is why I said by myself, I promise, yeah, from such kind of the mistakes, I promise myself that I will love these mistakes. It's a very good. It's so uh, so how can I say, it's so amazing, yeah, even when you just feel it and don't judge yourself, yeah, and don't justify before some peoples, for example, or not before belong period.
uh, Towards
Yeah, like a towards, okay, but another words, okay, yeah, don't justify
yourself in front of,
yes,
or like in front of someone.
yeah.
Okay.
Got to there.
Yeah.
What this word, why I just forget it.
Yeah.
Okay. And that is why I think that you can, yeah, if you realize your mistakes, you can be more than
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I also. I very relate this
Mm-hmm.
wording that when this is life,
Yeah,
learning on your
yeah.
mistakes, and it's good if you know and you how to say
Consciously understand.
consciously understand and you live with this. I mean, you have mistakes, you understand that it's mistake, you learn on that mistake, and
Yeah. Go
go
forward.
further. Yeah,
Yeah.
go further. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Cool. Saida, thank you so much. It was a
Thank you to you.
so cool conversation with you, with
Yeah.
your English, yeah, with your ideas, with your thoughts. It was so cool. Thank you for just coming here to supporting my podcast, my mini project. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much to you for this interesting initiative. I hope that with such podcast you will make people improve their English and also
Yeah.
like to get to know other people, what they
Of
do,
course.
and just do networking.
Yeah, yeah,
That's good.
yeah,
Yeah. Thank you very
definitely.
much, you too.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Yeah, watch it, like it, and subscribe. Yeah, leave your comments. Yeah, bye. See you.